Potter! You're listening to The Wrench Bench, where talk meets talk. I still think that is funnier written down. Shush, Dale. Yeah, The Wrench Bench, the only radio show where two men review wrenches every single day. Today we're looking at the True Grip 14-inch adjustable, forged from what I can only describe as metal that remembers pain. Strong bite, smooth twist. Feels like it could undo the bolts holding the very universe together, if you believed hard enough. I did once. They said that's why we can't have Tuesdays anymore. Anyway, True Grip wrenches, available now at Marty's Hardware and Bait, right off exit 11. Ask for Marty. Don't look at his hands.
This message is for any other survivors out here in the zone. Do you remember the days when we could all curl up on the couch and play video games together? I don't know, there's just something about watching this take deteriorate that makes me long for the simplicity. Just watching pixels bounce around on a screen. Those were definitely simpler times, and I just find myself thinking of them now more than ever. I don't know. Anyways, if you hear this, just remember you're not alone. And we're still curled up on the couch of life, playing it one step at a time. Stay safe out there, okay? Hello out there, wide world of no one, because I don't know where anyone is, and I don't think anyone is listening. This is day 200? Is it 200 already? I have lost track of the days. We are coming to you live from the decaying shack that used to be my home. Our first segment today, my favorite, too much information. I have some sort of strange rash. And I'm not talking about the kind you have fun getting. I don't know what it is, but it looks very odd. Oh wait, I think the power is about to go out. That might be the end of our show.
Look, I don't know. I keep waking up to more teeth. I don't know who I can wake up. I don't know why. It didn't used to be this frequent. It used to be every now and then I would find a little one. Like, you know, if you've ever had a puppy who was teething. But now I'm getting molars and bicuspids. And they're starting to look more human.
Bonjour, je veux parler à mes étés dans la ville de Québec. Quand j'étais jeune, j'ai passé 3 étés avec une famille française dans la ville de Québec pour prendre la langue. J'étais entre les âges de 8 et 12 ans et c'était très amusant. J'ai des très bons mémoires de mon temps là-bas. On a nagé dans la rivière, on avait fait beaucoup de campfires avec des s'mores, puis on a joué plusieurs de jeux avec 3 autres enfants de mon âge. C'était une expérience que j'adore et je pense souvent avec la famille que j'ai passé mes étés avec. Merci.
Hello, this is Zap, and it's time for a special version of Zap's Douglas Furrier Knowledge Tree Facts. This specific segment is purely to address a series of written correspondences I've had with a certain Dr. Cocker, and I use the term doctor with the greatest of air quotes. Dr. Cocker, to you and to all who have somehow been unfortunate enough to hear your lectures on biology, I must set the record straight.
not a plant. It is strictly determined by scientific process, photosynthesis, reproductive systems, and the categorization of cellular makeup. It is not determined by whether or not the thing has eyeballs. What a truly preposterous suggestion. Just because a bird has eyes does not make it not a plant. What of worms? What of jellyfish? Or even the Mississippi River? Your infantile claims are doing nothing more than to further sink the credibility of this peninsula into absurdity, and I will have nothing of it. Good day. And to everyone else, stay safe, keep your eyes on the trail, and leave the forest as you found it.
Thank you for tuning in to KRBZ The Zone. Here today we're with Dr. Garlic.
Gorlice.
Oh, my apologies, Gorlice. They're here to discuss their new book, Minty Fresh Nightmares, and how going to bed with fresh breath is the root cause to all mouth-based nightmares.
Yes. This is true. Brushing your teeth before bed.
It causes you poor sleep.
So why would fresh breath give me nightmares about my teeth?
Well, what you have to understand about the mouth.
Yeah, I could agree.
The sleeping, the snoring, the salivating.
Yeah.
When you salivate, you release an enzyme, a chemical, that combines with the mint, and it gives you the horrible nightmares.
Yeah, I suppose I could see that being a bit of a
But I'm pissed, haunted, beset upon by horrors the likes the world has never seen.
You know, every time I go to the dentist, I always have nightmares about that too. They always keep talking about how I need to floss more, and I don't get it. Is this part of the minty freshness?
Personally, I would like to study.
Oh.
Today, we welcome to our program the Assistant to the General Manager of the Section 1 Northern Facility, Dr. Ken Washington. Welcome.
Happy to be here.
Dr. Washington, I understand that you've lived here in the zone for some time.
Yes, in fact, I was born and raised on the Olympic Peninsula. My choice to come back here was a mystery to some colleagues, but there was never a question that I'd come home. I just figured it happened much later in my career, but here I am.
What can you tell us about this new initiative you're spearheading?
My chief focus since joining the Regulatory Commission was to put LIM technology into the hands of the people. It's been 20 years since the zone was established, when the original commission carved up the peninsula in the name of research. Of course, it was a necessary action, both for saving lives and advancing research, but after 2 decades, it's time to share what we've learned, the utter magic of what we've been able to create with LIMTech.
And that's all taking place with something you're calling the Lim Fair.
That's right. We're bringing the wonder of LIM waves to the residential scale. One lucky town on the Olympic Peninsula will be gifted the government-sponsored builds with all the latest LIM technology. Imagine the power of quantum oscillodynamics, nanonormalization, and light shrunk down to the size of a toaster. How about that?
That's a lot of fancy
Science terms, but what does it all do?
Whatever you want. The sky's the limit. We'll work with you to choose what LIMTech best fits your personal and professional goals.
Okay, so you said that only one lucky town gets these gifts, so how will you select the town?
Nice catch. We're inviting all towns within a 50-mile radius of the zone to apply. Send in your applications, tell us what your town is all about, and what LIMTech could do for you. You've got until November 20th to send in your entries, and I'll be reviewing them all myself personally. So I'm really looking forward to hearing from everyone.
All right, you heard it here. Apply early and apply often. Good luck.
Tell me! I don't know why I'm still surviving, still dodging the end.
Maybe it's hope. Maybe it's the thought of you. If I could just see you smile, we could at least recognize the beauty of this place together. I've been completely in awe since I've been here, and for so long now I've just wanted someone to share it with. I guess I just wanted to tell you, if you have someone there with you, be present with them. Don't let anything distract. I guess I've realized now that it's gone that that's Samuno. And if you're alone like I am, I love you. I'm thinking about you.
Pants and make a run. Put my pale skin in some salty sun. Make a party, this will never end. Pretty pools on the goddamn fence. Doggy paddle till I reach the edge. Pull myself up and then I dive in again. Never worked for me anyhow. Hate the time that I cut it out. Be sad, more songs that I sing to myself. It never worked for me anyhow. Hate the time that I cut it out. Be sad, more songs that I sing to myself.
Well, that was a disaster. Not only am I not able to display them, but my trap didn't hold. My lab, call it that, is now destroyed and I barely got the thing outside. On a side note, I need some more bandages.
Baby, I'm in my bed. I don't know if you see this. I don't know if I tell you this today, but they're making me leave. I was waiting at the house for you to come back, so someone would be here. But they're making me leave and I don't know how to take you. They said it's not safe here. I'm sorry. I love you. I'm coming.
Hello, this is Farm Dispatch 2121, and just put down a little warning on the radio. It seems that we've got llamas. Not really sure where they came from, but we've got about a herd of 200 to 300 llamas running around out here. Anybody's lost any llamas, just, I guess you can call me, because I got your llamas.
Today, I'm going to share my favorite recipe with you.
Hello, this is Scout Jay Hilson in Sector E, and it is day 83 of my birdwatching adventure. I haven't recorded the last few weeks because there's been nothing new to report. It's been awfully quiet since I spotted what I believe to be a warbler perched on the edge of a phone pole at the end of my property. And that bird has not moved an inch for over 40 days. I'm starting to get concerned. I mean, what kind of bird doesn't leave its perch for over a month? I'm not an expert, but, you know, I don't have time to watch it out there all day, but every time I look out my window, he's there. Do I miss it when it moves? Does it miss me? It really makes you think. But boy, you know, the way the sunlight glints off those feathers is something else. I haven't seen plumage like that, well, ever. I just started bird watching, so I'm guessing that it's impressive.
Now, where in Sasquatch shampoo did that thing go?
You know, you try and beat the poison under these things, and I wrote out my script, and I just cannot find that. What do you mean it's wrong? Well,
You know I can't work these fancy contraption things. I can barely plug in a light bulb, let alone understand what this thing is. Well, you know what, let's just move along. Got a flat tire from rolling over one of them prickly sons of... Early dudes got your steering all backwards? Well, come on down to Stone Service Center, where we'll get you fixed up faster than a Sasquatch in the woods. That's Stone Service Center, on the corner of Dante's Diner and Mango's Golden Hour.
She told me where to go. She said she wouldn't marry, but she'll be mine.
I know you've got nothing else going on. Come on down to join us for Black Wednesday, the hottest and only dance party in the zone. Free anomalies at the door to the first 50 deaths. Welcome to the Olympic Peninsula. Enjoy your time here on this beautiful corner of the world. To the north, you'll find the state of Juan de Fuca. The east, Hood Canal. And to the west, the Pacific Ocean. You'll find temperate rainforests, natural lakes and rivers, and endless parkways to explore. Sleep beneath the stars, hike along our beautiful coastline, and enjoy the magic of the wilderness.
I was out in the zone of my usual route when I ran into one of those spiky leech anomalies. I was thinking, what if I tried to capture one? I just need to build a trap. Shouldn't be too hard. Got lots of spare parts lying around here.
Was a brillig and the slimy toes, the gyre and gimbal in the wabe, all mimsy with the borogroves and the mome haths outwabe. Beware the jabberwock, my son, the jaws that bite, the claws that catch. Beware the jub bird and shun the froliest bandersnatch. He took his vorpal sword in hand, long time the Manxstone foe he sought, so rested he by the tum-tum tree, and stood a while in thought. And as in utter thought he stood, a jabberwock with eyes of flame came whistling through the tonguey wood, and whirled as it came. 1, 2, 1, 2, and through, the vorpal blade went snicker-snack. He left it dead with its head, and he went galumphing back. And hast thou slain the jabberwock? Come to my arms, my beamish boy, O frudgiest day, Calloo Calais, he chortled in his joy. 'Twas a brillig and the slithy toes, the gyre and gimbal in the wabe, all mimsy with the borogroves, and the mome wraths outgrabe.
on night for friends. When I caught you driving around the bend. When I saw you. When I smelled you on the field. And I thought, you must be low down there. Why don't you give me a call? Because I'm lonely too. Two people in a place like this, we should be together.
Hello? Is anyone out there? If you can hear this, I'm in Sector E. Well, I think I am. I was walking my dog along the Night Beach Trail. We golf track, and it's been 3 days. I don't know what to do. My dog's been trying to go into this yellow door in the woods. It gives me a back scream. I don't want to go in there. Please help.
Just a series of goodbyes. Time is not as forgiving, and I'm ungrateful sitting down for 2 Thanksgivings. Yeah, we were planning on escaping, going missing. Wake up older in a loft in New York City. I was writing to my mom when he first met her. Yeah, love is blinded by the pressure of forever. We made a blood oath, said we swore we'd do it better.
If you're like me and you hate going to the dentist, try Definitely Dental. The fluoride, sugar-free ice cream. 3 scoops a day will keep the dentist away. That's a 10.
Alright, what's going on? Thanks for tuning in on this beautiful rainy day. You're currently tuned in.
Hey, are you okay? You've been crying.
Hello?
Okay, I don't know, man. You'll figure it out. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Sorry, there was a bug in the studio. You're currently listening to...
Hello, my dear residents of Sierra. This is your Dodo Mayor Steve Strawberry. I'm very pleased to let you know that Sierra's been chosen as the site for the very first annual Limb Fair. That's right. Next month, our town square will be the epicenter for the greatest spectacle of technology on Earth. So many of you wrote in and campaigned for our little town, and gosh, I just couldn't be prouder. Now what this all means is that every household, and yes, I mean every single one of us 85 families, gets to take home their very own piece of limb tech. Now ain't that grand? So it's time to put those thinking caps on to decide what kind of device you'd like. And ladies, that means it's time to start campaigning your husband for that four-polishing, air-freshening, hair-doing doodad that I know the government's been whipping up behind the scenes. Imagine not having to make that 30-minute trek all the way to the city for the monthly term. If that's not what the technology is for, then I don't know what.
Hey there, folks, it's Zap, and it's time for the next segment.
That's Douglas for your knowledge tree facts. Today we're keeping it in the Knifflers family. I'm going to be talking about the beautiful and proud Wentwood. Now, as many of my listeners know, these incredible trees are absolutely massive. What you may not know, however, is that in fact they are the largest tree in the world. Besides being big, they are also as old as the hills themselves. Some can live for thousands of years, and as a species they date almost all the way back to the dinosaurs. Incredible. Now, their bark has a very low amount of resin when compared to other similar trees, which helps make it slightly fire resistant. Here in the zone, I certainly wouldn't mind that advantage for myself. Now, we don't have any here on the peninsula, but given how weird it can get out there, I wouldn't be surprised in the least if one shot out of the ground between my feet while I was out on my next hike. Anyway, that's all for today. As always, stay safe out there, keep your eyes on the trail, and leave the forest as you found it.
Burgers, cheeseburgers, fries, hot dogs, nachos, a cool, refreshing milkshake. That's right, the season is upon us, and that means it's time for Lil Dan's Summer Slamorama. We've got incredible deals that cannot be beat by larger competitors, like our 12-pack mini corn dogs combo for only $2.99, or our fresh out of the oven Mega Supreme Slice for the low, low price of only 99 cents. Got me hungry just thinking about it. So make your way on down to Lil Dan's today. You won't leave until both you and your ride are satisfied.
Take 5. Final count of in Zone G. I've been walking this highway for about what feels like days now. My watch has stopped running, and I think I've seen the same lamppost 3 times now. I'm not making it out. And I'm really tired. If you get this message, can you please pass it on? I'm sorry I couldn't get you that cake.
You know when you've been... You all enter the clearing.
Big Dan here. From Kansas Meat to Pry Bars, we got everything you need. From gasoline to diesel, we got all your vehicle's needs too. No matter where you are or where you're going, Big Dan will make sure you get there. That's my place.
Big Dan is not responsible for any needs not met by Big Dan's available stock or employees, such as medical, emotional, or otherwise. Big Dan is not responsible if your destination is not met. Big Dan is not responsible for any injury, physical or emotional, that occur within Big Dan's or is caused by Big Dan's employees.
I gotta say that.
Hello and welcome back to the Forgotten...
I'd like to share with you a family recipe for lemon.
Alicia heard the rabbit struggling before she saw it. It screamed loud and human-like. They entered through the dim-lit forest. Passing through the thick brush that filled the dark spaces between the trees. Entering a small clearing, she saw the gray-footed creature trapped beneath several dead branches. Alicia knelt and reached forward through the sticks, intending to free the rabbit. As she grabbed its soft flank, she felt movement within. The rabbit was filled with a writhing worm. Alicia pulled badly, but the creature was stuck firmly against the ground, its screams drilling into her head. She pulled harder, and with a clang sound, like the vent was separated, the rabbit came free. She could see what appeared to be translucent vines grasping on the earth where the rabbit was trapped. A few were milky white, but several were bright red, spilling crimson drops from their tips. Several more strands were dangling from underneath the now silently breathing rabbit. With a tree feeding on this animal.
Still got that ringing in our ears.
Okay, trap is set. Get this work. Hello, this is Zap, and it's time for another segment of Zap's Douglas for Your Knowledge.
Today we're trying an ambulatory deep blue gourd that chased me into my house. I imbued it with my grandmother's cast iron skillet and have decided to braise it into a stew of tomatoes, onions, and garlic.
Let's give it a try with a bite of crusty bread.
Oh no. Oh, this may have been a mistake. All of my taste buds are experiencing a sensation I can only describe as simultaneously screaming in horror. I appear to no longer have a shadow no matter where I stand in the light, and my reflection just gave me a thumbs up and then left for a better life. On the bright side, the gourd does play well with the garlic. It is a one-pot recipe and they can clean up a breeze, and I'm suddenly fluent in Spanish. I believe I'm going to give what I'm calling exclusion cacciatori tres batadores de cinco. Until next time, me llamo Dennis Wiley, the Scavenging Gourmet, and remember to treat each meal como si fuera tu último.
Y este es un hermoso día para salir a caminar, a compartir experiencia con todos esos representantes de luz y amor. Unifiquemos nuestra conciencia con ellos y compartamos esta pregunta para expandirnos también nosotros a ellos.
¿Saber dónde están tus amigos o tu familia? No te preocupes, cocina con cariño. Hoy cocinaremos una pizza. Harina, sin sal, sin agua y sin aceite. Pero a continuación les voy a contar cómo lo pueden preparar si tuviesen todos esos ingredientes. No se vayan, música de fondo. Pa, para, pa, 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 para, pa, 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 para.
Good morning. I hope you all had a lovely sleep. And, if you can believe it, it's Friday once again. Sector 2 is bright and sunny with a beautiful breeze, about 53 Fahrenheit, close to 12 Celsius. You're going to want to watch out around noon. There will be a quick radiation spike of 12 microsieverts for just over an hour. You'll want the kids indoors for that one, or at the very least, wearing their eye shields during that time.
Weather today is not around too tight. It'll be up to 70 degrees Fahrenheit.
You've got some fog going in, and it'll stay that way until bedtime, with radiation levels settling back under 2 microsieverts. The fog will be back first thing tomorrow, so get in your full day of blue skies and golden sunshine. And we'll see you back here tomorrow, bright and early, with your weather as always.
She said she fixed my booty.
Welcome back to Border Zone. For those of you who